What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video we're going to talk about why you should and why you should not be buying silver. So let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so we're talking about why you should and why you should not buy silver. I'm filming this video in 2020. It's actually August 1st. So the spot price of silver right now, as I'm filming, is $24.53. Now, we have seen quite a dramatic rise in the spot price over the course of the year. Since March, it's gone up considerably, and we're actually in a bit of a bull run, I would say. It definitely seems like silver is going to continue to go up over the course of the next few months. That being said, I wanted to put out a video talking about why you should be buying silver, why you should not be buying silver. So the 3 reasons to be buying silver, we'll do those first. And those are basically going to be why you should buy silver in general, but also right now why you should be buying. And then we'll get to the 3 reasons why you should not be buying silver. So definitely don't stop the video before you get to those, because you might be like all gung-ho about silver and then realize, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't have been buying it. So make sure you watch the whole video, and also make sure you smash that thumbs up for me while we get into this. So I got a few different coins and rounds up here, just some fun stuff to look at while we talk about the different stuff in the video. So we'll start off with a nice little 2020 maple leaf here. All right, so the first reason why you should be buying silver is for a hedge against inflation. Now, when I say a hedge, of course, I'm not talking about that shrubbery that separates your yard from your neighbor's yard. No, we're talking about an actual hedge against inflation. Silver is great for that because it's a precious metal. Gold is also great as a hedge, but we're going to focus pretty much solely on silver in the video. And why should you have a hedge against inflation? Why is that necessary? Well, right now, depending on where you live in the world, I live in the United States of America, we're having an incredible amount of currency creation by the government. So the government is making more currency in order to fund different projects and stuff like that to basically keep us from slipping into a deeper recession or depression, whatever you want to call it. But we're definitely in a down economy. So the government is pulling out all the stops, and they're trying to keep that from happening. Now, because they're making more currency, we're absolutely going to have inflation. Now, the classic definition of inflation is expansion of the money supply. So, mo money equals mo inflation, right? Of course, there's other factors like how much currency are we creating compared to other countries and stuff like that. But we're just going to stick to the basic definition in this video. So, because the government is creating more currency, that means the buying power of all the currency that's in existence is going to go down. And they're making currency faster than they've ever made it before. So the government has already expanded the money supply by, some people say, up to 28% this year, which is absolutely insane to think about. I mean, just picture a $20 bill going down with buying power that much. Crazy to think about. So why would you hold your money in cash, in US dollars, fiat currency, when you could store it in silver and have that hedge against inflation? So basically the whole idea is you purchase silver with your money instead of keeping it in cash, and then over the course of the year, as we have inflation, you're going to retain that buying power, and likely the price of silver will actually go up. So it's really the buying power of your dollars going down. It's the dollar going down, silver going up, but that's the whole idea. So definitely purchase silver as a hedge. That's a great reason to purchase silver. That's why most silver stackers actually purchase silver. That's why I buy it. You can also look at it as insurance, right? So you're ensuring that your wealth will transfer down the line. Now, obviously, people buy silver in general as a hedge, but why you should be buying it right now for that purpose is simply because the amount of currency creation. Do you think the government is going to continue to create more currency to keep us from slipping farther into this down economy, or are they just going to stop, right? That's obviously not going to happen. There's probably another stimulus check in the works, and so because more currency is going to be created, you should be putting your money in a safe place, in a safe haven asset such as silver or gold to protect it. All right, so that brings us to reason number 2, which is you should buy silver for an investment. I think that right now there is an incredible demand for silver, which is why we're seeing the price go up. So that's definitely one of the reasons why we've seen silver go from around $20 to $25 an ounce. It's just pure demand. So people like to put their money into silver during a down economy, obviously, like we just talked about. And so because that's happening, we're seeing the price of silver go up very rapidly. Now, if you want to buy physical silver as an investment, I think now is a great time to be doing that. Even though silver's already $25 an ounce, you could have bought it for like $14 an ounce last year. It's better to buy it at $25 an ounce than when it's much higher down the road. So how high can it go? Well, I think we're in a bull run. I think it's going to continue to rise. I don't think $50 silver is out of the question. So if you want to buy silver as an investment, I think you can still get in now at a decent price. And also there's other types of silver you could buy, like paper silver products. If you just want to be a pure investor in silver, you could look at SLV. I actually purchased SLV back when it was about $13 a share, and now it's up to like $22. So doing very well on that investment, aside from just the physical silver that I've accumulated. And then also you can look at like silver mining stocks and stuff like that if you want to invest in silver, if you think the price is going to go up, which I absolutely think it will. Okay, so that brings us to reason number 3, why you should be buying silver, and that is for SHTF. Okay, now I don't really talk about this a lot in my videos because usually my videos are more directed towards the stackers or the investors, but I wanted to bring up SHTF because it's something that maybe you haven't thought about before, but I think it is a good reason to be buying silver, so we'll add it in this video. Now basically SHTF is when stuff hits the fan. All right, there's another word in there, but we're going to keep it PG for the video. So stuff hitting the fan. Now what does that actually look like? Does that look like hyperinflation, an EMP going off, right? The government hitting the internet kill switch, natural disasters, war? What does it actually look like? It kind of depends on why you're preparing, right? This is more preppers that buy silver for this reason, like the zombie apocalypse or something like that. Now, I don't know that that's necessarily going to happen. However, if you do buy silver and there is some catastrophe and you're having to barter with your silver, well, then you already have some on hand. So that's definitely not why I primarily buy silver. I know a lot of people do for that reason, but if you already have physical silver, then you're set if something like that happens. So if this is something you've been thinking about, if you are a prepper, if you are thinking about buying silver for that reason, I think now is definitely an okay time to do it. Obviously, you could have got it cheaper last year, but it's better to have some than have none, right? So I think typically when people buy silver, they are looking more as like a hedge, a savings account, something like that, or maybe an investment. But SHTF is definitely a reason to be buying silver, and that is a pro for buying silver with all the uncertainty in the world moving forward. Okay, now we're going to get into the 3 reasons why you should not be buying silver. These are maybe more important than the reasons to be buying silver. So now that you're all hyped up and ready to go out and pick some up. Now, typically in my videos, when I talk about silver and the price and what I think is going to happen, I try to not be one of those people that is just always pumping silver, saying it's going to go to the moon. You know, we're going to see $100 silver around the corner, $1,000 silver. In a few years, you'll be able to buy a whole house with a silver dime when everything collapses. You know, I'm definitely not one of those channels, but I'll be honest with you all. I absolutely think we are in a bull run. Now, is this going to be the big one? Is this the one we've all been waiting for when the price of silver does go up to $100 an ounce, and then you can take some profits off the table if you like? I'm not sure. And so I'm just going to kind of wait and see, but I definitely feel like there's an incredible amount of demand for silver right now, and I do see the price going up much more in the near future. Okay, so all of that being said, let's reel it back in and talk about the reasons not to be buying silver. So we're going to start with number one, and this might be a reason for you, it might not, but it's definitely something to think about. And you should not be buying silver if you're living paycheck to paycheck. So if you don't have really any savings, you don't have a lot of extra money, all of your money needs to go to food, supplies, shelter, whatever, then you should not be buying silver. So silver comes after all of that. So you need to take care of your family first. I don't think you should be maxing out credit cards to buy silver, putting a lien on your house to buy silver. It might go up quite a bit in price, but I don't think it's a good idea to be mortgaging your future potentially just to try and get in on silver. So although it might go up in value quite a bit over the next few months or few years, I don't think you should be going into debt to pick it up. So I do not recommend buying silver if you don't have a savings account, extra money that you can spend on it, right? So I never recommend that, actually. I'm definitely not one of the channels that says, you should go out, cash in your 401k, buy silver. I do not think that is a good idea. I think it's good to diversify your investments, definitely move into precious metals if this is something you've thought about and you think it's a good idea for you. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, do not go out and buy a bunch of silver on credit. That is not a good idea. All right, so that is definitely a reason not to be buying silver. Reason number two not to be buying silver is a little bit different, but I guess it does relate somewhat. And reason number two is don't buy it if you don't have any place to safely store it. Now, I haven't talked about this a lot on my channel, and I know a lot of YouTubers out there aren't talking about it either, so I absolutely want to bring it up. You have to have a safe place to store your silver, right? This is a physical, precious metal. You need to put it somewhere. So obviously there's better places than others. Ideally, you have a hidden room in your house that you own on property, and you've got a big gun safe in that hidden room that's super heavy, and not only does no one know that it's there, but if they ever found it, they'd have to cut apart your house to get into it. You should also have a security system with a battery backup and a big dog and all that stuff, right? So if you don't have all of that, that's okay. You need to start somewhere. Hopefully a safe in a hidden place. That's a great idea. But if you live in an apartment and maybe not in the best area, and you just don't really have a good place to safely store your silver, then maybe you shouldn't be buying it yet. Maybe you should focus on getting to a better spot, getting to a place where you can actually keep this and have it be secure. Now, obviously, you could go bury it in the backyard or something like that, or you could even put it in the bank, right? I don't recommend storing your silver in the bank because they can go on holiday and not let you into the bank, especially with this pandemic and stuff like that. And so you could also vault it. I don't really like that idea because you can't physically get to it if you need it. So like we talked about the whole SHTF thing, I like to actually have it in my possession so I can hold it, right? This is how I know that I own it. So it's something that's not really talked about a lot, but I definitely think it's something you should consider, and it should be in the back of your mind before you go out and buy silver. Know where you can store it safely. Don't be the guy that just has it in a shoebox in his closet, right? When I first started buying silver, that was me, and really quickly I realized this is money. This is wealth. I need to protect this. So I definitely upped my game very, very quickly on my storage and security and all that kind of stuff. So definitely something to think about before you buy it. That's a reason not to buy it yet. All right, now let's get to reason 3 why you should not be buying silver. And this is actually a really fun one. This is a cool reason not to buy it. And so I thought, let's throw it in this video because it's so awesome. And that is that you just have too much silver. You might think I'm joking, but I'm actually being serious. So over the last 3 or 4 years, we've actually seen silver under $20 an ounce, right? I think even 5 or 6 years it's been since we saw $20 silver. And so if you've been picking up silver over the last few years and you have quite a bit of it, then now that silver's around $25 an ounce or higher, you might not want to be picking it up because you've already got so much at cheaper prices. And if you don't believe me, you can look at some of these other YouTubers that have massive silver stacks. International Stacker, he's got a very impressive silver stack. Silver Slacker. There's tons of them out there, right? There's even a guy who has been commenting on my videos saying he's got like 20,000 ounces of silver. Now, I don't know if I believe all that, but if you have a very large amount of silver, then you've done what you need to do. You have your savings account, you have your hedge or your investment or whatever you want to call it, and you're all locked and loaded, ready to go. So I know that's probably not the case for a lot of people out there. Now, if that's not you, definitely think about my reasons I said for buying silver, right? A hedge against inflation, or you could look at it as a savings account or insurance. You could also buy it as an investment or for SHTF. So I think those are all really good reasons to be buying silver. But again, if you're sort of living paycheck to paycheck, if you don't have any place to safely store it, or if you have too much of it, or just a lot of silver, like over 1,000 ounces, or maybe 5 or 10,000 ounces, then you might not need to be buying it right now. So I know that was a lot of information about silver. I actually made a video on the best types of silver and the worst types of silver to be buying, basically for right now. So it's one of my more popular videos. I'll put a link to it up in the corner as well as one down below in the description. Definitely check out that video if you're interested in buying silver, you want to be buying silver, but you don't necessarily know what kind you should be buying because there's so many different types of silver out there. We got silver bars, silver rounds, silver coins, and then obviously you can get into like junk silver. You can get into all sorts of other types of silver, jewelry or just 925 flatware or whatever. So there's lots of other types of silver out there other than just coins, which is what I've been showing off in this video. And these are kind of fun pieces as well. A lot of these aren't necessarily for stacking. Maybe the Maples, the Krugs, the Phillies, or the Roos. Yeah, maybe those are more for stacking, but kind of these ones down here are just sort of fun pieces anyway. So, all right, what do you think about my 3 reasons to be buying silver and my 3 reasons you should not be buying silver? Do you agree with those? Leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you, and I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.